Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Inktober52 and the prompt is Sidekick. I am very excited about today's prompt because it is one of those concepts that I really like and enjoy, the superhero or the help, basically the guy who is helping the hero to move through these stories and this epicness in all the adventures. So a sidekick basically is the guy that is going with the hero in the quest, in the mission, in the thing, and like you can have some examples like Batman and Robin. So Robin will be the sidekick. You have Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. So Sancho Panza is the sidekick as well. And there is millions and millions. Like you could even say that Frodo is the main character in the story and Sam is the sidekick. So the story is always centered in the main character, but we have this other secondary character as a support that maybe sometimes is the apprentice, sometimes is the assistant, sometimes is the little guy, and we are gonna do something like that today. So today I think I fancy doing the sidekick of James Bond. I love James Bond stories. And I wanna, for example, do like a kid-looking character that we can make here, something like this. It needs to be elegant, smiley, like James Bond. Maybe we do a smaller chin like this. Yeah, so let's see, because today I'm drawing from imagination, and let's see what it's gonna be. Something like this. You could have the gun here. It's kind of protecting with this hand. Maybe we do here at the back. That we don't even see. We don't even see the full drawing, but probably here. Can do something like that. And this is supposed to be. I'm gonna be going out of the frame, but this is not even finished kind of silhouette or character. This is gonna be just so we understand that there is someone. Probably it's gonna be in shade here at the back, like something like that. It's gonna be our let's see the background that we have him there. Yeah, something like this. I just want to do a kit. Oh, let's change the type of hair, because James Bond is very elegant, so it will make sense that we make this kind of slick back type of hair that we see in the old movies. It's like very elegant like this. The face here, he needs to be with a small suit as well. James Bond is a very elegant guy, gentleman, so it's always with these suits. In all the missions he's kind of infiltrating somewhere, but he has no mask, he has no disguise or anything. It is always with suit, very recognizable, 007. So probably in all these kind of environments that he goes, because most of the time it's kind of gala thing with rich people, they probably know him already, and I don't know how they don't recognize him. But yeah, so let's make him with a suit, and I'm gonna be like something like this. I wanna make a little bit as well a mix between the 007, James Bond, and a little bit of hero pose or Robin pose from Batman, like he's kind of here all stretched like this. can make like the eyebrows and everything like a cheeky smile there. Something like this that we will define. As you know, when I'm doing Inktober, I like to do very loose drawings. It's gonna be like the silhouette of a gun, not defined. A gun. A little bit as well this type of design, like the Nickelodeon designs for characters when they do this kind of rectangular shapes. We are going, you know that we are going always for the cartoon style here. So he's kind of protecting James Bond's side, and apparently the sidekick word comes from you know, some years ago that there used to be people who will steal things from you, and they will call the kick. The pocket will be called the kick, and so you will have the safest place to keep your things, your important things, will be your sidekick, so your pocket on the side of the trousers, because that, being so close to the leg, it will be the kind of most difficult place to steal from there. You will see, and from that kind of story, it comes the concept of the sidekick, like is the person who is next to you, next to your pocket, and is kind of the safest place. It is kind of protecting you as well, and yeah. Okay, so this is looking interesting. We have the James Bond silhouette. Well, maybe James Bond silhouette, I mean, I'm making a silhouette of a man here, but it looks more, if you think about it, it looks more like it is being this guy, that if this is 007, James Bond's sidekick, we are supposed to have a code name for him as well. We don't need to call him a name yet, because he has no rank yet to be you know, a secret agent yet, but we are gonna call him 3.14, like the P number, and it is very interesting, and he's in training under the best spy in the world, that is James Bond. So it's very elegant here. It's gonna make the arm like this. And I will do the fingers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needs to have like a flower or something here. James Bond most of the time use a flower. So I don't know if you like James Bond. James Bond is from Ian Fleming stories. He has many books, and if you watch the movies, there are many movies as well. They are very nice. I think the old movies are old school made movies with Sean Connery, and there are plenty of James Bond actors as well that they represented him in the movies, and it's one of those movies, classic movies, that nowadays you couldn't do that type of narrative, because it is very as I said, old school and not adapted to the modern times now with equality, diversity, and everything. This is a man, kind of the figure in the most barbaric way, let's say, in the most extreme way, like let's say like 60 years ago, 70 years ago. There's still a situation like this nowadays as well, but there is this kind of figure that he wants to kiss the girl in the movie, and the girl doesn't want to be kissed, and he will slap the girl and grab her and kiss her anyway, and things like this, because he's the man and he's the famous, and he's the James Bond, you know. And but that time that will be the cool thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not that old, but nowadays you can't do this type of movie. So if you pay attention now to the action movies, to the spy movies that we have, to the current James Bonds and everything. Obviously, being an action movie, there is always the handsome 007. You have the nice girl as well, and all these things. But the roles have changed a lot and you don't have the dynamic anymore, because that type of movie, for the times that we live at the moment, it is not allowed to do something like that. It's not nice. It is not a good thing to do. It is not a good thing to show example either. So yeah, so that's why kind of I thought Inktober is giving today the sidekick prompt. Why not do a sidekick for James Bond? Because it would be very interesting as well to see a movie. Like there is this movie similar. It's like about as well like English spies and the gentleman or something like this. And you have these young guys that they are kind of being trained to be secret agents, and all of the names are in code, like Merlin and Arthur, and all from the from the round table and everything. And yeah, so it is very interesting, the concept of English spy, and I just wanted to basically do a sidekick that we don't see in these movies. We don't see much a sidekick. We're gonna make me a silencer type of thing here as well, and then we make something like this. So this is the sidekick. This, let's say that this is the shadow. Okay, this is the shadow here falling like that. The kind of the assassin of the bad guy is kind of trying to follow him. Maybe that, yeah. The design, I made it more like the silhouette behind him, and because I made the character very big and I want him to be a kid, I don't want to go over the top of the video and go too much outside of the area. Okay, so basically we will focus on that 3.14, that this is the sidekick of 007, and maybe we can do here at the back. Yeah, we could do here at the back. Kind of similar pose. As well, another silhouette here, similar pose. Like him, kind of is copying him, he's kind of mimicking him here. That is James Bond is looking. He's looking here because there is like maybe a wall or something here that they need to cross. This side. Okay, I think we got some kind of interesting thing going on here. I think I'm gonna pass. As you see as well, I'm trying to use, I got these new pencils the other day, and these are Big Evolution France. These are like a couple of pounds, 1 or 2 pounds. I think I bought a box of maybe 6, 7, 8 colors, and I haven't tried it yet. I like to do these things when I go to the store or something and I see, doesn't matter if it is colors for kids, color for more quality, I just buy them all and like to try them, and so you can see as well the difference. It seems quite good. I may use it a little bit more later to see how we can define things and shades, but it is nice so far, and probably I will keep using it more. I think now it's time to basically move into the realm of fine liner. We use the Unipin as usual that I've been using lately, and it looks fine as well. So let's see how it's gonna be the drawing. I don't want to use color because for me, kind of reading this type of book or watching these movies, even if it is full color nowadays and everything, in my mind it is more secretive and more spy focused if it is in black and white. And as well for Inktober, I'm using a lot grayscale and not using much color. At the beginning I used a little bit of color, but not for the latest one, and I'm enjoying it a little bit because it's a little bit of a change with the One Piece videos. That I will put some of the One Piece in the show more description box, so if you want to check some of those, you can go jump there and check some of those. I'm using all the time colors, and it is very nice. So if I do Inktovers more black and white or grayscale, it's very interesting as well for me. So yeah, I want to make him smiley because he's excited to be here. Like this kind of with I want to do this, you know, this kind of expression like I'm kind of playing here with a bad guy. I know I'm young and inexperienced and I shouldn't be doing this, but yeah. And I think I want to do him a little bit of elegance. A little bit of elegance. So okay. Oops, I went too high there for that one there, but something like this is good. Yeah. This hand is a little bit wobbly, but it is what it is with traditional. Sometimes with the hands it's a fight. I practice and everything, but sometimes it's a fight with the hands. But yeah, very elegant shoes as well. Probably we're gonna make him all in black with a pen in a bit. And this is the sidekick of James Bond agent 007 from the English Secret Service, and it's called 3.14. That it's the beginning of the number P. He had no name assignation yet. He's still a number. I'm gonna go for a little bit thicker. We will use 0.2 to make all the lines and everything. After doing the hand, I missed one hand here. Okay, so we want to do here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a gun, typical gun there. Grabbing it like there. It has this to minimize the sound of the bullet when he's gonna shoot. Maybe you can even make it like smoking hot there. Okay. Yeah. Let's make him with gloves. Let's make him with gloves. White gloves, black suit, something like this. I will leave it without defining. Like it looks like a stripy suit. Those suits are very nice, like kind of mafia looking. James Bond normally wears or full black suit, or sometimes in some of the movies as well you see him in white suits, very nice. I think my favorite James Bond movie and book is From Russia with Love, because you have these scenes with the train and everything, with the following. There's a lot of chase, so he's chasing the bad guy and then he's going around, and the girl is as well in the whole plot, following them and everything, and it is very interesting. It's one of those sagas that I don't have yet on let's see, I like to have some of the movies on DVD at home, like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, things like this, and that one is one of those that I want to get and have on my shelf as well. Full box set with extras and everything. I really enjoy to watch the extras of the movies, how they are made. Sometimes even more to watch the movie. But yeah. So here we have the sidekick of James Bond. We need, because it's James Bond, it's supposed to be a handsome, to be some sparkles there, like he's kind of shiny guy, like there we are. And then quick here, without defining it much, we are going to be doing this is our mini cartoony James Bond. Very stylized, very long. Like this. It's kind of copying the pose of his boss, or of his master, of his kind of mentor. Stripy suit as well, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay. Maybe you have seen the new movies, they are more famous with Daniel Craig and everything. I grew up with the Pierce Brosnan movies, that's my James Bond. In those type of movies you already have more like an action movie adapted to the times, and yeah, but the old ones, if you see the old ones, is as I said, a little bit. So we're gonna make James Bond with the gun in this hand, and here is kind of saying stop. It's kind of saying a halt there, so he doesn't come too close, because they are waiting here for a bigger enemy. We need to make the gun just in the line there. Something like this is very nice, very nice. And now we are gonna do a little bit of background for them, little bit of background. So we see we have these Lira pens that we are using lately as well. We will use these two this time to have a little bit of two different levels there. And yeah, okay, so we need to do a little bit of painting here for the shading. Okay. Feel free to talk in the comments and to mention in the comments if you watch the James Bond movies, which one is your favorite one, or if there's one that you haven't seen yet and you want to watch. I don't think, or now I don't remember much about the latest one with Daniel Craig. I think most of the movies nowadays, even if it is a spy movie, they are more focused in purely action movies and fighting movie, and I think it's fidgeting a bit. The genres in the movies are fidgeting a little bit, and it's difficult to define what is what. And I love the James Bond concept of a spy movie, that you have a clear concept of spies, and they are having being chased and doing a chase, and they need to steal something, they need to get and to capture someone. And nowadays what I see in most of the movies is that they focus more in the action, in more the spectacular and the epicness of whatever is happening in the scene. And some of the movies forget a little bit the essence of like, for example, you're reading the book, for example, and what you expect to see, from the movie. And yeah, so let's do some lines going up, because we want to differentiate when you are doing traditional drawing. And this is only a sketch. You know that when we do Inktober, we are talking about sketching, and this is a sketchbook to do some tests. When you do different surfaces, like this one, for example. I want this to be a big wall that is far at the back, no? Okay, and we can do these lines moving up like this to simulate that the distance is farther there, and at the same time we have the intention of the lines that is going up. It is very tall. Okay, make it dark to create another level here at the back. Okay, so probably this top here is already out of of the frame on the video, but that's good because it gives us the impression and the idea that this is a very tall space, very high space here, and yeah, we have here 3.14 in epic pose, in spy pose. It's kind of copying his mentor 007. He's just came out fresh from a school of spies, and now he's kind of doing the what we say, the practice time. There's this kind of in-house, in-work experience that he needs to do. You see now how I'm doing the floor. I'm changing the direction to create this kind of change in horizontal. So we have horizontal and vertical, the background, the wall there for the height. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And then let's try this. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay, this pencil, but I'm still gonna use, I think, my small one. It's my favorite ever, and I'm gonna try to do a second go to this. How 007, it's not important at the moment. I'm gonna blur him a little bit and mix him with the background. Like he's in a second level, in a second plano there. And I'm kind of doing now a little bit of horizontal to blend him there. Okay. Just taking out the black color, we have it here. These ones, I believe they are Alpino, that it's a Spanish brand, I think it is. And so far my favorite pencils, and I like to use them a lot. I use normally Alpino, a Standler as well, very nice brand to draw, yeah, and it's not that expensive, and you can buy small boxes. And yeah, so what have we done here is a scene that if someone is in front of 3.14, it will be casting this shadow on the wall, okay, in this massive wall. That I think it will be clever if we extend to the whole space of the gun, kind of sinister looking, like menacing. This is menacing, like the shark is coming under the water, the assassin is behind the door or behind the curtain. This is kind of James Bond type of a scene, okay? So I think it's logical that we extend a little bit the background there to cover the two of them that they are kind of hiding. And as I'm saying, and if the enemy, let's move it a little bit. If the enemy is here in front of 3.14 and is casting this shadow here on him, obviously we can't have him in light. There will be a shadow as well, the same shadow on top of him. So what we're gonna do now is with the black pencil, we are gonna kind of emphasize the darkness that he has from the shading that the shadow is casting on him, and we will leave a little bit. Let's say that we have something like this, okay? We don't want to cover the eyes. The eyes are the soul of the character, is the most important part of the character in my opinion. The teeth as well is important. To leave the expression, we want to cast this shadow, leave a little bit of white, kind of to create a little bit of light in this 2D environment, in this sketch that we are doing today. Okay? I'm pressing a lot because I want to remark the areas that I'm gonna be, so you can see the areas that I'm gonna be leaving. Okay, just a little bit of white there on the tip of the gloves, a little bit on the side, a little bit the eyes, the teeth as well. The suit is black, striped black, so all of it is black. Okay, and this hand as well. The gun is black as well, so we can paint it. Okay, but now with the eraser a little bit, so we don't lose the character in all this dark environment, we can just make a little bit more subtle here, kind of making a faded shade in there, okay? And what I will do to keep kind of improving a little bit the drawing is to remark more the shadow of the man here, the attacker, the assassin, the guy who is kind of trying to surprise them, but 007 is not aware of it. He's kind of keeping forward, checking these other things, but 3.14 is here, and he realized is this enemy already. He shoot already one, because this is kind of smoking. He already shoot one as a kind of saying, hey, I got you, I know that you are there, so careful if you come close to me. And but the assassin is still going there. He's still trying to jump on them to eliminate them. So as you see, I will play with the lines. The background, I'm doing it in vertical, so now I'm trying to do a little bit horizontal or a little bit in diagonal. This part here, just paint this side. So we have a contrast. This is the typical exercise as well that you do in a school when you are a kid and the teacher says, okay, now we're gonna do small dots, small lines, this direction, that direction, and they want you to make these things so you understand a little bit how the textures work in art and in drawing. It's the same example like when after that exercise normally, that's what I used to do as well when I was doing my sessions, everyone gives you the exercise of the apple or an orange, so a circle, so you do this kind of rounds to do painting like in a shape, a circle. So to understand that the intention of the stroke when you draw, when you paint, will define the shape of the body. If it's an apple, if it's a orange that you draw like this, like circular, semicircle, it will seem to be a spheric item what you are painting. It is in reality is just a paper that you are painting, just in paper, but it tricks your eye. Just the texture and the intention of the drawing, of the strokes of the drawing, it tricks your eye. I always use these Inktober videos a little bit to give some tips and of how I draw and things I know, and you know, slowly to yeah, so if you can take something good, that you can learn a little bit of something by watching these videos, that's good as well, and better than just watching it and that's it, for the sake of watching it. And yeah, so we have the gun here. Let's remark a little bit more like this, being followed. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit extra dark. As I said, I wanna blend him a little bit more with the background. Because they are supposed to be, this is what they do, they infiltrate in this massive mansion because they need to take down someone or take this nice piece of jewelry from someone before the bad guy arrives and takes it, and then or when they go into the lair of the bad guy and they need to sneak inside and find you know, the secret door that is gonna give access to whatever item they need to defeat the bad guy. So yeah, just playing again with the vertical thing a little bit more. Yeah, looking nice. As a reminder of what we're doing today, this is SIDEKICK, word for Inktober52. We are already in the prompt number, I believe is 14, more or less. So we are doing great. We have already 14 drawings already posted in the channel. You can feel free to check them out. And some are animals, they are humanized animals. Some of them are human drawn, some of them are fantasy, some of them are from reference. Some of them from other series like One Piece and some ideas like that, or like James Bond, like here with this. Most of it focused in children's book illustration. If you are illustrating something like a spy looking, something like this can be perfect, can be beautiful. And we are focusing on the characters. As I see, I'm not doing any kind of details, not doing doors, windows or anything, but that is kind of the next step. If we had more time and we could talk more about it, yeah, I will go into those things, but for today we are basically focusing in the SIDEKICK concept, and let's do only kind of a little bit more of silhouette for the bad guy there. A little bit silhouette there. Maybe we add some extra lines. Yeah, it can look good with a little bit of extra lines there. And as I said, don't be afraid of the white paper, don't be afraid of the sketchbook. If you are thinking about starting your own sketchbook, just buy something very cheap, £1, £2, £3, £5 from the shop, or take some of it from home. Maybe you have a printer. I started drawing like that. I had a printer at home, and obviously you need the paper inside. So I would do with that type of paper that it is more the texture is different. It's not like this, that this type of paper is gonna suck more your pencil, you know, the dust that you're leaving here is gonna stick more to the paper. And if you paint with watercolors as well, or with pens, different color pens as well, with the printer paper, it may be better, for example, if you work with pens. I used to work a lot with pens. Now I still do with color pens. I have plenty. And yeah, I would just copy what I would see on the TV or on a movie or something. And yeah, and think about it, that you see in these YouTube videos, you see 50,000 drawings and all of them look beautiful, and oh my god, I'm not gonna be ever able to do drawings like that. But you need to think that this is a process, and you see only one drawing, but behind this drawing there is thousands and thousands of papers that they never reached any good place. They end up on the bin, they end up in a folder, they end up, I don't know, somewhere else, and discarded. And that's part of the process. That's why we call it a sketchbook, because not everything that you're going to be drawing is going to make it somewhere. It's not going to make it to your YouTube channel or to your Instagram account, or it's not going to make it to a wall, you know. So as I always say, don't be afraid of drawing. It's a beautiful thing. It pumps a lot your imagination, and talk to yourself like I'm doing here, and invent invent, create a story for your characters, give them names, because that's something very valued if you are working or creating a piece of something for somewhere. Like if someone asks you, oh, okay, can you do these characters for me, can you do this thing for me, at the same time you are creating storytelling. And it is very beautiful. In my opinion, it's very beautiful, and it is not the same to just give this kid children's book illustration character that it could be for a spy. Someone wants to take it, and okay, I done the character, but at the same time I give the character, it has a name, it has a concept, it has some ideas, and that is very interesting and very very needed as well. So it gives the character life. Just doing some second tones here, just for the sake of having a little bit, because we went into the dark realm of painting in the shadows. Painting in the shadows here a lot. So yeah, if you see, just in a couple of minutes of stroking here with the hand, doing all these lines, we have achieved dark tones using pens, using color pencils, and at the same time leaving some white spaces. We have this kind of fake light, quick. Okay, if you do it nicely, you can do it very, very nice, that it actually looks like what you want to do. But now for talking while we draw video quick, so you understand the concept, this is totally good. And yeah, as I said, you could easily see this in a children's book illustration, like about James Bond. Oh, this is James Bond Sidekick 3.14. Stories of a sidekick. Yeah, feel free to tell me in the comments as well, what do you think about the drawing. If you are enjoying the Inktober, I'm gonna put here on the top a list. You click in this list, you're gonna have like a drop menu of many Inktovers that I've done. As I was saying before, you have characters, a little bit of color, some children's book focused explanation. Some others are talking about One Piece, because sometimes I like to do this cross topic, like they give me a nice prompt that I think it can be useful for a One Piece. I just start talking about One Piece and drawing One Piece stuff, and I love it as well. You're gonna find very nice things here in this link I posted here, that you will see as well in the show more section in the video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this concept for today. It's a little bit of a different drawing that we normally do, because normally we do something more clear looking, so you see more the drawing. But for a change is something interesting. Yeah, I said I'm not gonna be doing a background, but just, you know, just for the sake of having something. Kind of have like a chest here, some items here at the back, they are walking, there's maybe a portrait here of someone. Just for the sake of having a little bit of life as well in the drawing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I am not gonna be focusing much in this now. I'm just doing some random sketches here, maybe some plants that someone has here, a plant or something. The big pot. There should be things here as well behind him. It can be, I don't know, like a massive chest of drawers here or something. Yeah, something like this. Some curtains, because we are going to the next level already. as you see, loose, without being scared of, oh my god, I messed the drawing. This is a sketch, and this can always be moved into computer, take a nice picture with camera, with phone, be moved into the computer and start refining, deleting, erasing the things that we don't want and keeping the things that we actually do want. Here we can have like a sofa, we can even make someone here, they are actually reaching, it's talking there. It has like a glass of something because he's the bad guy. It needs to have a cat, because the bad guys always have a cat in these type of movies. Looks like an old man or an old woman. He's talking to someone here in the shadows of the mansion. It looks like the butler or someone. We don't know who is this guy, but it's just a behind the curtain type of silhouette. It has like a hat, like a top hat, typical thing from a bad guy, top hat, smoke. You see how with just a few lines we are giving life to the drawing, and this is just a sketching. Don't be afraid, as I said, don't be afraid of a sketch or do loose lines to see what is the paper telling you, what is the story telling you, okay? So 007 is chasing these bad guys in a mansion. They invaded, they are attacking, or not attacking, but they are infiltrating in this mansion, and he took with him his loyal sidekick, new kid learning the business, that is this guy here called 3.14, like the number P, and yeah, someone else is kind of reaching to them, like a bad guy, but 3.14 realized about this and is like, haha, he shoots one, pow! It shoots one and realizes like, hey, I'm here, I've seen you, if you come closer, I am gonna shoot you. It's looking very nice, very nice. We finished already. I am just adding some little details, loose with the pen. As I said, there is a chest here. You see, we do here shapes, lines with intention. Okay, there is a chest. We do some doodle like this is a frame of a massive portrait, maybe the lord of the castle like 300 years ago, is defined in this massive portrait there. It's maybe like a lord or something, and like this. We don't want to give much importance, that's why we will scratch it a little bit like this, but you see that there is a figure there of a lord. Is this the old lord that survived? Is this some fantasy mixing with the spy reality? And it is basically receiving to the cat, so the one reading the drawing can get confused, like, oh my god, this guy, is this guy here? Oh no, I don't think it is. Something like this is good. Some lines there as well. It's 007, secret agent, secret service. There is one of these big spider lamps looking like this. Curtain, chest of drawers here, low chest of drawers. More decoration there on the side. You can always, you know, you don't get tired of doing these things. You can just add things and to create a little bit of things, and yeah, can have like a second round here of another portrait. This is maybe only the cat. Yeah, something like this. Something like this is good. Something like this is good, I like it. We explored a lot of storytelling in today's video, a lot of character development and story for the character. Let's add a little bit of more of black here, just to make this a little bit more prominent. The background is mixing with the shades and the objects. Like this, yeah. Something like this is looking good. James Bond is almost camouflaged with the environment, is a shadow more in this realm of shadows. And then this needs to be a little bit darker because they are talking in secret. Talking in secret here, these two figures. Yeah, like this. And as well, remember to do the bottom as well. Little bit of floor there. Like this, looking nice. Yeah, and I think this is a very, very nice drawing. And again, we will make him a little bit more clear so you can read him better. Very, very nice concept that we've done for SIDEKICK. Remember, when you work like this, like me, try to do a quick second pass to the most important thing of the scene. In this case, 3.14 is our most important character, because when you paint, when you draw on top of the pen, you will lose a little bit of the quality. It will kind of tone down the character, but you just do a redraw on top. Okay, redraw on top carefully, so you can distinguish. You see now how the face is popping out of the scene. Now we have here the gun as well. The gun is gonna be black, as we said before. We didn't paint it, but we're painting it now. The hand, the gun. This is the silencer. I don't know how it's called in English, like un silenciador. You know, this kind of thing, attachment that you put to the gun, and when you shoot, is not gonna be making much noise. Okay. Bottoms of the suit. Don't forget to do some details for the character, because everything is important. The gloves, he's wearing gloves because it's a secret mission. They don't want to leave their fingerprints everywhere. Okay. And I just want to quick take a bigger pen, probably a 0.4 here, I think, yeah. Can do some extra lines just to make his shadow within the shadow, okay? Because there is dark room on a shadow, and there's a little bit of a shadow of his there, and a little bit of a shadow for 007 as well here. Okay, the shoe. Okay, we just make him a little bit there, so we see him there. These strokes of lines up and down to define him a little bit there, so we don't lose him in the night. We want to lose him a little bit, but not that much. There it is, kind of saying hold, hold. We are good. And I think we are done. So let's sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want. and this is the Mandrago's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the storytelling, the James Bond spy looking thing to create a never seen before sidekick for James Bond 007. And yeah, feel free to share it with your friends, give it a like, subscribe, and all these things that happened in YouTube, and share it wherever you want so other people can see and can get into drawing as well. That it is very important. If you watch the channel, if you watch my videos and you decide, oh, just I'm gonna try a little bit of drawing something this afternoon or tonight, just for the sake of see what can I do, a little bit of a release of creativity and imagination. And yeah, basically I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's add some lines because I didn't continue doing the diagonal. But yeah, doing a little bit of diagonal as well for the sake of continuity with the shade, the shadow here. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.